ඇමතුමා දැන් දේශපාලනයෙන් සමු අරගෙනද ඉන්නේ?
මම පාර්ලිමේන්තු දේශපාලනයෙන් සමුගත්තා.
ඇයි ඔබ වගේ කෙනෙක් පාර්ලිමේන්තු දේශපාලනයෙන් සමු ගන්න තීන්දුව කළේ?
1980
I entered Parliament in 1989. When entering Parliament in our youth, we used to believe that we can even change the world. In an era in which the youth in the southern region were disappearing, I thought the Parliament would be a good place to speak on human rights. That is why in my first year in Parliament, we formed the Mothers Front with Mahinda Rajapaksa at my residence in Mathura. We served as co-conveners of the front and ventured into a 31-year-long journey. However, I realized that our country has not shown progress. We are still speaking about protecting human rights and democracy. If the Parliament is to become a place that can influence a change against a backdrop in which even the opposition is not raising these matters, I felt that I will enjoy more freedom outside Parliament to take part in this great struggle.
සටනට මුහුණ දෙන්න ලැබෙනවායි කියලා.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඔබතුමා විශ්වාස කරන්නේ නැද්ද පාර්ලිමේන්තුව තුලින් රටක ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයක් නිර්මාණය කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක?
අපේ
We can raise questions on how long the Parliament has stood for democracy throughout several decades by looking at its current situation. Our small island has displayed backward growth after 72 years, although leaders were appointed. All of them came to power with a good motive. It can be DS Senanayake or Gotabaya Rajapaksa. All of them assumed the highest office with a good motive, intending to serve the country. However, none of the leaders had the strength to confront the forces that surrounded that position.
The people believe that there were two leaders whom you worked to bring into power. One is Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga and the other is Mahinda Rajapaksa. Why weren't they able to create a good society?
උන්ට බැරි උනේ ඔය විශ්වාස කරන ඉතාමත් යහපත් සමාජය බිහි කරන්න.
නෑ මොකද අර
That is because of the reason I said earlier. Out of the leaders of this country, Chandrika was the best one, regardless of the shortcomings. Although she tried to implement difficult measures, ultimately she did not receive the required strength to make changes. Mahinda Rajapaksa came to power hoping to do good things, but he was voted into power due to the war victory registered by the soldiers. Those who did not rule the country must also share the blame in this. I feel that it is the extremist forces in the country that must be held largely accountable for putting the country backwards. At the same time, the left movement also supported these activities.
අවස්ථාවාදීව කරගැහුවා නෑ.
දේශපාලනය ගැන කලකිරීමෙන් දින්නේ.
වර්තමාන
Although I am deeply disturbed over the current trend of politics, I have faith in the future of the country.
රටේ අනාගතය ගැන මට විශාල බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තියෙනවා.
හැබැයි හිටපු ඇමතිතුමනි ඇතැම්මු සමාජයේ කතා වෙනවා නොමිනේෂන් දීලා අයින් උනේ මෙවර ඔබතුමා පරදී කියලා බයට කියලා.
ඇත්තම
Although I cannot prove it, I believe that if I had contested the election, I would have broken my record in the Mathura district. That is because I received 118,000 votes at the 2004 election.
හතරේ මහමැතිවරණයේදී මම මනාප 1,18,000ක් ගත්තා.
සමහරු කියනවා මංගල සමරවීර මැතිතුමා මෙවර ඡන්දය ඉල්ලීමෙන් ඉවත් වුණත් ආණ්ඩුව පිහිටවනකොට නම් පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ඇතුලේ ඉඳීවි කියලා.
ගොඩාක් වෙලා
I might have to go to Parliament only to finalize my pension matters.
ඇයි හිටපු ඇමතිතුමනි මෙච්චර එපා වුණේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුව?
මේ මන
Since the introduction of the preferential voting system in 1989, the nature and structure of the Parliament changed. When politicians have to display great fight against their party members to win votes, a large amount of money is required by the candidates. We must depend on others to get this money. In the end, those with black money, including bookmakers and drug racketeers, like to see the candidate that they support being elected to protect their black money trade. This paves the way for a person to think as to why he must spend for another candidate if he can spend it for himself and enter Parliament. That is what is taking place now. This hallowed institution is transforming into an abode of thieves, drug racketeers and bookmakers. It would be apt to say that it is becoming an underworld entity.
විවර්තනය වෙමින් තියෙනවා. පාර්ලිමේන්තුව පාතාලකරණයට ලක් වෙලා කිව්වොත් මං හිතන්නේ ඒක නිවැරදි.
ඔබතුමා විශ්වාස කරනවද පොහොට්ටුවට තුනෙන් දෙකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්?
අනිවාර්යයෙන්
Definitely no. If they form a majority by joining with the other camp after the election, that is the end of democracy in the country.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම මේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ අවසානයේ කියන එක පැහැදිලිවම මං කියන්නේ.
ඔබතුමාට හිතෙන්නේ නැද්ද සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාසව තනි කරලා ඔබතුමා ඡන්ද සටනෙන් අයින් වුණා කියලා?
නෑ නෑ තනි
No, it's not like that. Certain factions in his side had said that I was a liability to them.
ඒ කණ්ඩායමම කොටස් කියලා තිබුණා.
බිහි වෙන ආණ්ඩුව මොන වගේ වෙයිද ඇමතුමනි ඔබගේ අත්දැකීමුත් එක්ක හිතුවොත්?
මට නම්
I believe that the first fight of the government will begin with its cabinet. That is because it is the Prime Minister who has complete power to choose the ministers under the 19th Amendment. The President cannot reject any name proposed by the Prime Minister.
ඇතුමා නම් කරන්නේ කවුද? ඒට බැහැයි කියන්න ජනාධිපතිතුමාට බෑ මේ තත්ත්වයට.
මම කෙලින්ම ඔබතුමාගෙන් අහන්න. ඔබතුමා මේ ආරම්භ කරන්නේ ඔබතුමාගේ ජනාධිපතිවරණ සටනද?
නෑ ජනා
No one starts a presidential election campaign 5 years before the election. If I can create at least a small change using the politics that I know, it would be a victory for me.
වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒ මම ලබන ජයග්‍රහණයක් හැටියට මම හිතනවා.
ඔබට ජනාධිපති සිහිනයක් නැහැ.
අපිට තියෙන ඕව
We have that. Anyone has it. However, simply dreaming of becoming president isn't enough. We need votes as well.
මංගල සමවීර ඇමතුමනි මට කියන්න ළඟදීම සමරවීර චරිතය කොතනින්ද නැගිටින්නේ?
මං ඉතින් දැන් නැගිටලා ඉන්නේ.